Good evening, everyone. Well, firstly, I wanted to say thank you for clicking on this video. And to let you know what is going on, I figured I would put together a video for my friends who are struggling. I'm not going to do this as some sort of gimmick or as a character. I don't have a backdrop. I'm in the light. You can see some of my messy room behind me. But I wanted to talk and to discuss with you a few things, to see if I couldn't in some way help. And I didn't think that I could do it from behind a pair of glasses or as a character. So I'm going to speak to you more directly. Before I begin, I've got a few small things. I'm going to be getting a better camera soon, thanks to a very generous donation from my brother. I'm also going to see about getting some better lighting and maybe some sort of a better place to work, some sort of place where it's not in the room. You won't hear my PC whirring away. And I hope to make videos more regularly, now that I know how I can fit them into my schedule. My hope is that I'll be able to do them more regularly, do them as a nice, relaxing part of my day. Because when doing these sorts of videos, I can relax and you can relax. But tonight I wanted to talk to you about struggling. Many of my friends whom I adore platonically, or one of the other Grecian forms of love, I can't help but notice that they struggle, and I struggle. I have days where I'm not perfect. I think that's between Monday and Sunday, between January and December, for the last, since I was born. But there are days where I am struggling. There are days where I think to myself, why? What did I do? How can I go on? And if you are getting these sorts of thoughts, I won't have all the answers for you. I'm not a therapist. I'm not a therapist of any kind. And I would highly recommend going to speak to someone. Not every kind of therapy is the same. Some suit some people, some suit another type of person. Some people will get a lot out of having a very mild, very soft therapist. Others will get a lot out of having a much harsher, much more direct therapist. But if you are thinking about these things, I would recommend at least starting to look into it. Because life, especially now, can be exceedingly difficult. more so than a lot of people put on. Now, I will never say that life in the past wasn't harsh, it wasn't cruel, but we have started to get so much more in touch with our emotions now. And we are actually, lots of people go, oh yeah, well, we didn't have any of this. There was. It just no one talked about them. No one acknowledged them. And for men, if you talked about it, you were being weak. And for women, if you talked about it, you were being hysterical. And there wasn't a healthy mindset, and there were a lot of damaged people that came out of the past. But the fact that we are addressing it, the fact that we are trying to find why we are struggling, is so much better. It might not feel better, but it is. So please, if you have an opportunity, seek out your local charities or your local hospitals. They might be able to assist you. And if you feel like you cannot go on, I understand that completely. But please reconsider. Life can be exceedingly harsh, especially to those people who struggle a little bit. I myself have my moments. I struggle relating to people. I don't feel I understand. I have a lot of issue with social anxiety, and talking to you as an audience is a little unsettling about that, because the internet can also be a very harsh, very unforgiving place. One of the things that I do to grant myself a little levity is play online games, but so many people will show the worst of themselves because they have the protection of anonymity. And that's unfortunate, because we could do so much better. But anyway, I just want to say that if you are struggling, and that if you are thinking of reasons to stay, I just want to say that you should be so very proud of the fact that you're still here, that you are fighting a fight that a lot of people can't understand, and some who won't understand because of their choice, but you're still here. You're not losing yourself to it, because you still fight it, and you're still listening to that part of your brain going, wait, there's got to be a better way. There has got to be a better way. And it can sometimes seem like there isn't. And I appreciate that. I understand that. But the world would be a much darker place without you in it. And I know that seems stupid coming from a stranger, But think about the people you brightened recently by just saying thank you, or holding a door open, or helping someone carry their shopping. These people whose days might not have been going very well, you brightened a little bit. All the stories that you could learn and you could tell. The books you could read, or the audiobooks you could listen to, the movies you could see. All of these things would be much more lonely if you weren't in the world. No one deserves to lose themselves to that fight. And I hope when the time comes I hope that maybe my words might reach you. And that I know it can feel insurmountable. I know it can feel unbearable. Like everything is pressing upon you. And the world has taken more than its fair share of toll from you. And things would just be so much simpler. But they wouldn't be. You wouldn't be making things simpler. You'd be making things more complicated for everybody. And there would be no turning back. Once you're done, you're done. There's no do-overs. And I hope to anything that you might pray in, or pray to, that you find someone who can show you the way, or someone who can help you fight. I mean, no one can fight this battle for you, but maybe my words, and maybe tips and tricks from a therapist, maybe we can armor you, and give you a shield and a horse, rather than a stick, before resulting to something more unfortunate. So please do consider. As I said, I am not a therapist in any form, but I do have a few tricks that have been passed on to me that may help. Some of them didn't help me, but some of them may help yourself. One thing that I was taught was that if you have a small blank notebook, not particularly big, maybe just that sort of size, and in that notebook you write at least one good thing a day that has happened to you. And it doesn't have to be big. It can be, I had a lovely Danish from the bakery. I went to the store and bought my favorite meal. I saw some friends in town that really made me feel better. And then who knows, maybe in a week or maybe 2, you'll have a few more things to add. A few more details you can add to the book, and then maybe you'll get 3 a day. And there's some days where it will feel as if you're not getting any. And there are other days where you'll get loads. But it might help put it into perspective if you're able to put them down. But I will continue to say to my friends, the ones I have and the ones I haven't met, if you are struggling, please tell someone, and they may advise you. They may be able to help you. There is nothing wrong with asking for a helping hand. There is nothing wrong with having these feelings. And I know it may sound disingenuous or insincere coming from a stranger. But as I said, the world would be a darker place without you. The world would be worse. And even if the only thing you have left to hold on to is this message, I ask you, please, do not end. Keep going, and you will find a way through, which isn't permanent. Life has its ups and its downs, but I know that we can get through it. I have nothing but love for people, and I hope that might help in the time to come. It might help if you're struggling or if you're having a day beyond hell. I'm hoping that I may be able to assist in just some small way. The world would be a darker place without you. And I hope that you will be able to help others, even with this simple message. Please, do take care of yourself. And in the meantime, I hope that you have fun. My name is Andy, also known as Dog Cyanide. And I hope to see you and hear from you all soon. Much love.